Fedor Emelianenko versus Brock Lesnar. So this is how I think it would turn out. I just see that Fedor has Lesnar in every area. Stand up, we know that. We know that Lesnar can't stand up worth the crap. And we know that Fedor has hands that have been able to beat like a striker that was better than Anderson Silva back at the time. We know that Brock Lesnar was controlled and dominated until a single takedown and the other man getting gassed out in Shane Carwin. Shane Carwin got tired, and it wasn't truly a choke, or it wasn't truly a technical choke. What did he do? The concept was, I trap your head between your big-ass bicep and my big-ass bicep, and it chokes you. It wasn't really a technical submission. Fedor has defeated this random Asian dude, but since in Japan and Pride they have no rules against like in America there are actually laws that there have to be weight classes. In Japan there aren't, so there can be open weight. This guy had 130 pounds over Fedor, a lot of it muscle. Brock Lesnar has how many pounds over Fedor? Yeah, he has 30 pounds over Fedor. No, Fedor's 240. Lesnar, so yeah, he has 25 pounds over Fedor. It's not that much of a difference. And may I mention that the guy that had that much over Fedor got tapped by an armbar very quickly. As for the ground game, as I said, Brock Lesnar, if he was so great, he got controlled by Shane Carwin. And first off, I would like to mention that while wrestling has supposedly had more success, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was founded on concepts and techniques of Judo. And any success that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has had, that's the equal success that Judo has had, because that's where it came from. Same from Japanese Jiu-Jitsu. Judo was founded off of Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, just like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was founded off of Judo. And most of the famous Gracies were Judo black belts. So, and Anderson Silva, as well as a Judo black belt. Safe to say, Judo has had a lot of good times, a lot of success, much to people's disbelief. And I think that the fact that any time people think Fedor is getting controlled, the other guy gets submitted. Brock Lesnar's submission defense, while good, Fedor's been in mixed martial arts since year 2000, and in 10 years he's lost twice and won 32 times. In 3 years, Brock Lesnar's had 6 fights, lost once, and won 5. Just about everything he has over him except for wrestling, but wrestling in the complete ground game. And unless the referee was prejudiced enough to instantly stop it, because Lesnar was absorbing plenty of hits from Carwin. And even though Lesnar blocked a lot of them, supposedly, still, some landed, and the ref didn't stop it, even though Lesnar wasn't really moving as much as he could have been, just covering up. So unless the ref was totally prejudiced and stopped it after like 3 hits, Fedor would probably be able to win on the ground too. Fedor has the reversals. Fedor has better clinch abilities, throw-wise. He has better striking. He has better grappling. I just think he has better experience. Fedor, honest to God, has every single area over Brock Lesnar, except for wrestling. And as I had said, Fedor started out as a wrestler, so he will be familiar with some of the things that Brock Lesnar is doing. This guy is crazy, okay? He runs in the Siberian winter in his little underwear trunks. He trains hardcore, and he's used to it. Brock Lesnar's a really hard-working guy, but effort in your workouts alone isn't enough You need to have experience, you need to be technical, and you don't just need to be able to bench press 330 or whatever. You need to be able to be technical and have experience to beat Fedor. Fedor's beaten guys a lot bigger than him. Fedor's beaten Hall of Famers. Fedor's dominated future Hall of Famers. Fedor's dominated just about everything. And Fedor's fight with Brett Rogers, Brett Rogers, he was screwing around with them, and Mr. Rogers got knocked out after taunting him. Fedor sat there, he was Brett Rogers supposedly pinned him up against the cage. Fedor looked over at the ref, not breaking it up. Boom, punches Brett Rogers in the face. Nope, punches him in the face. It just kept going like that until the ref separated it. And what was the last thing that happened before Brett Rogers got knocked out? He taunted him. Fedor was screwing around with him. Now, I also want to mention that the fact that Brett Rogers was a Sam's Club member, or a Sam's Club employee, whatever, doesn't matter. I think it's ridiculous to look at people's former jobs. I mean, half the guys in the UFC probably worked at McDonald's when they were a teen. Are you gonna go, oh, Brock Lesnar was a former McDonald's worker? Rich Franklin is a future Hall of Famer. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer in a year or two, probably. And guess what? He was a former math teacher. Former jobs don't matter for crap. All it matters is insulting someone that actually made something out of their life and making you look more like an idiot. As for ducking the UFC, there's no such thing as ducking the UFC. And also, this $20 million thing is Dana White bullshit. He did not offer Fedor $20 million, okay? Brock Lesnar, he thinks Brock Lesnar will win, and Brock Lesnar makes $400,000 off of the Shane Carwin fight in which he got dominated. Okay? So, this is my point. Fedor has Lesnar everywhere except for wrestling, but MMA is about more than just takedowns and control. And I think that unless Fedor was off his game or something, it went via knockout or choke in the first or second round. Thank you for watching, and all comments have to be approved before I post them.